Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Offbeat, back at you today with another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the newest Helldivers 2 patch. This patch completely rebalances all the weapons, enemies, and stratagems, so make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to keep in the loop with all the newest Helldivers news. So we're going to go through the list of weapons here, starting off with my loadout and what I'm currently using. So if you guys watch my shorts, you'll know I'm a huge fan of the R36 Eruptor, and oh my god, they completely destroyed my boy. So they decreased the maximum number of magazines in the Eruptor from 12 to 6, literally halving the capacity of magazines, and the explosion damage drop off slightly faster. So that means whenever I was using the gun to take out multiple little bugs at once, now that radius is going to be a whole lot smaller, maybe just taking out a couple instead of like 5 or 6 at a time. Next up, with my crown jewel, the Quasar Cannon, they increased the recharge time by 5 seconds on the Quasar Cannon. I personally feel like the recharge time was good enough as it was. It wasn't too crazy to where you could fire off multiple shots within a couple of seconds. It had a nice cooldown on it, but now they've increased that by a whole nother 5 seconds. So that's pretty crazy. Next up, for my sidearm, the Redeemer, we are going to see a slight increase in recoil, which isn't too bad. Definitely the softest nerf of my loadout, but still kind of a pain in the butt because I was using that to kind of crowd control little bugs, and whenever I'd get in a pinch with a bunch of hunters just jumping all over me, it was really easy just to spray them down. Now with all of the nerfs, you got to remember that they also did a lot of balancing on stratagems as well, which means that we're going to be seeing some new and improved features in our newest stratagems, such as the Airburst rocket launcher. The Airburst launcher will no longer detonate when shot in your stratagems, such as the heavy machine gun turret, sentries and resupplies, and other Helldivers, and it reduces the proximity radius. The Tesla towers increased health by 33%, which is good because I know those things get taken down by like 1 or 2 enemies. They can take them down pretty quick, so it's good to see that there's an increase in the health there. But on the other hand, the guard dog rover, which is another fan favorite, I know the damage has been decreased on that by 30%. I'm gonna throw all the patch notes up on the screen so you can try to find your weapon to see what changed with it, and if you need any more clarification, I'll put the patch notes in the description so you guys can check them out for yourself. So we're gonna go on now to what they changed in the enemies. So for the bile spewers and nursing spewers, the move speed has been slightly reduced, which is good, I guess. They move kind of quick, they can kind of get on you pretty fast and shoot you down with some acid. The Hulks, the force required them to stagger slightly increased. The Hulk Scorcher's direct flamethrower damage has been reduced by 20%, which is good. No more burning like Freddy Krueger on a bad night. The Devastator fire rate slightly increased, only the standard Devastator, and the gunship sideways movement slightly increased. The Scout Strider rifles now are less vulnerable to explosions, so that means no more just one shot in them with the Eruptor. Fog generators health and armor are increased, and the gunship spawners now have a much lower cap on how many gunships they can have active at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to get into another one of the changes that really affect the way that I play the game personally, and it has to do with enemy patrols. So patrol spawning has been increased whenever there are fewer than 4 players. The fewer the players, the bigger the change. And then for regular 4-player missions, there has been no change. It's completely the same. But that means whenever you're playing solos or duos with your friends, you're going to see a lot more enemies. And this really affects the way that I play the game because most of the time I'm either doing stuff by myself or with one other person, and I really just found that experience quite enjoyable, but it seems like Arrowhead have different plans for us. They've also made some more changes to gameplay. Most importantly, they've changed it to where you have to put on a separate setting in the gameplay section to disable automatic climbing and vaulting while sprinting. I don't know how many people have had this problem, but I know I definitely have. Whenever you call in a resupply and you're running towards it, sometimes you'll just automatically vault on top of it instead of hitting the action button and getting the resources out of it, which is quite annoying. That's happened to me many times and caused many of my deaths. Also, the Spread Democracy mission, otherwise known as Raise the Flag, can now be enjoyed on higher difficulties for maximum freedom spreading. When readying up, Helldivers now salute to ensure maximum democratic readiness. So it seems like they're really pouring their resources all into the right places. I mean, these changes are obviously what needs to be happening in the game. I mean, dealing with random bugs that automatically kill you is not really a big priority at the moment. I mean, who really needs that? They also added a whole bunch of crash fixes. I will be putting those up on the screen right now because there's just too many to read. There's literally like 50 items here, and that's I mean, it's good that they're working on this, but I feel like they They could have really done some better stuff for the community. Hopefully this will be worked out. I can't imagine too many people are going to be happy with these changes. So hopefully with a little bit of a democratic process, we can get some of these changes reverted. Because like I said, the weapon balancing, they said that they were going to be making some changes to it, but I didn't expect it to be this drastic. If you guys had seen my recent video on the best loadout to be using in Helldivers 2, and by chance maybe you looked into the comment section, you will know that a lot of people were flaming me for my loadout, saying that it was absolute dog shit, not worth it. But I have to ask the question, if my loadout was so bad, why did the weapons that I use the most get nerfed like crazy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Also, let me know what your loadouts are going to be now that these changes have been made. I'm sure there's going to be another beast loadout, and whenever that comes about, I'll make sure to update you guys with a better loadout. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smack a like on it, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm also live on Twitch multiple times a week, so make sure to give me a follow over there. All that information will be in the description below. I really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitch, and we're almost there. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.